Hello everyone and welcome to Weapons World and welcome to my Let's Play of the Pacifist Cravers. So we are going for the economic victory, although we have no idea how it's going. We got some messages that we are winning, but here it doesn't really seem like we're winning that much. We have 150k out of 675k, but I wonder how it works with the alliance, because we are in alliance with the Lumeris and I'm not entirely sure how that interacts with this. I did find out that alliances are most likely the reason that I can't invite others is that you can only have half as many people in an alliance than the amount of people in the game. So I guess that's rounded down then, because we were 5 people and we have 2 people in the alliance. Together with the Lumeris, so that's probably quite good because they are fairly good at finances as well, so hopefully we can go for a financial victory together. So we just got this interspecies cooperative, which will increase our dust, which we haven't built everywhere yet. For example, here we haven't built it yet, even though we're making quite a lot of money. So let's put it here, and we are currently mutinous, which is actually, oops, was it this one? Yes, because we get minus 170 from slave drivers. We probably can't really get that up in any way, because at the moment, let's just count. We've got 90, 110, 120, 130, 132. Basically, no, it's going to be really hard. We have less than 0. So I won't really spend any effort on making this better. All right. And we have this one. This one could use it. They're unhappy. That we could still fix. Even though it costs some money, it might still be worth it. What's our... Oh, we are unhappy overall. Gives a minus 15 on gold overall. So it might be worth looking into this a little bit. Alright. Should also start looking at terraforming to reduce some happiness penalties and also increase the amount of people we can get. Partially depleted. We should colonize this after we start terraforming, I'd say, because then we get some more science, and science is nice. So this one will turn into Arctic. Less science, but more happiness and other good things. Alright, so do we want this already? I don't think so, because we don't really have all the other stuff we'd really want. I don't think I want this one either. I think we should just go more for science stuff here, even though this Arctic gives less science, but we could then colonize this one afterwards. And this helps with the science on cold. Alright. Yeah, so here we are still going through a modernization process. So at some point we want to get level 4, and at the moment this is the only one that can get level 4 because we are lacking transfine, which unfortunately we can't really seem to buy at the... Oh, we can again. Was it transfine? I think it was transfine, right? 25. Huh, I thought we couldn't buy it for some reason. Okay, well, that's cool. So we could have more of this. Let's all buy it. Well, this is happiness. What other things are there? 100% of star system trade value to influence. Not bad. There's these deciduous trees that give us extra money. Eden incense gives us extra influence. Giga lattice gives us also extra influence. But then I would say that this gossamer is better. Because we could, I guess, already make... Yeah, we could already make this level 4. So the question is, do we want to have extra influence? Do we want to have extra money? Do we want to have extra happiness? All of it is kind of important. So yeah, these are at the moment only Cravers, so we don't really get as much production as we could have, but at least we're not losing any happiness. So this is worth not a whole lot in the trading sense. But it's also still building up. Now I'm wondering what we should put in our Level 4 modernization. Extra money. That's actually quite a lot of extra money. So let's go for this. And yeah, this is kind of nice. Giga lattice. Transfine might also be nice. And maybe we should actually buy some of this stuff to go more for influence as well. So we could have this one, but I think this one might be nicer. 100% of start system trade value, which for example, with this one, oh, it's not that much actually. I thought it was more. So this one has a trade value of 53. At least that's how I interpret this screen. So then basically we would just get 53 extra influence each turn. That's probably not better as 2 influence per person that we have, because that would be 64. But of course our trade value can increase. Our people can also increase if we actually terraform. What can we get most of? Here we can get a fair amount of Eden incense. So if we would go for deciduous trees, let's buy some extra before they're sold out at some point. And that was actually quite a lot. Too quick. And some Eden incense. And then I'm thinking either Giga Lattice or go for the happiness. Or science, nah. I'm thinking either this one or this one. But this one is hard to get, the Giga Lattice, so maybe Gossamer is better, but it's also fairly expensive. How much do we have of it? So if we do this one and this one. Yeah, we could do Giga Lattice, but then we need... It is a lot of influence. I'm inclined to go for it. Let's do it. Here we go. Yeah, so one thing I'm also a little bit wondering about is how we should do this. Like in Stellaris, you can kind of roleplay a faction quite well, and I've been trying to do that the same with a pacifist. However, in a sense, if we could, as a pacifist government, you can still very easily go militarist in a way that you build some ships and stuff in order to scare off some other races, as well as stopping them from expanding too much, for example. So for example, here these Cravers we could kind of stomp down and maybe get their home system or something like that. I'm inclined to just stay as the pacifist though, like the thing that we've been doing. So it's probably not the most efficient, like I could easily make a pretty big army now and just buy them out and go attacking stuff. But I'll try to not do that. However, what I do think I'll do is actually build a little bit of a defensive fleet, because that might be important. What are they doing? Huh. For example, here especially, I'm kind of worried that someone will come at some point. For example, the Vordiani or the Lumeris. So maybe we can already see what they use as weapons. They use projectiles only and projectile defense as well. And the Vordiani, can we see some of their ships anywhere? Here's one. This one uses... this is a wheel, but that one uses lasers. So we don't really have much information about the Vordiani, unfortunately. So I was thinking we could make a couple of these butchers, and so if they use mostly projectiles, then I guess we should put in projectile defense against the Lumeris. And they have most projectile defense as well, so we could go lasers. I'm not sure if that's the best thing to do. Like, this gives me extra projectile damage, critical hit chance, and critical hit chance goes directly through armor actually. So that's quite nice. But then again, lasers do just more. And this one is really nice, the basic plasma beam, but then you have to get in short range. I'm going to wait for it a little bit until I kind of consolidated it a bit more in my brain what I want to do. So we also kind of would want to get some better weapons before we make ships, I guess. And we also want terraforming. I guess we want to have like everything. That's a bit of a problem. So what are we researching now? We're getting more money, and then we are getting the moon stuff. So maybe afterwards we could do climate engineering, and then we could go into the military stuff. So you are level 7, so what can we give you? Not much that would be of use, so we give 1 point here, and then we can give you happiness. And you will go for influence. Alright. We should get a pacifist hero. How many turns will it last until we get a new hero? Still takes a while. I guess we also don't have an academy, so that makes sense. I guess we also can't buy any at the moment. No. So we'll just have to wait for that. Alright, I think everyone is doing stuff. Expedition success! We got Quadrinix! Nice! Where is that? In Nihal. Awesome! We don't have the technology yet to actually get this. So, where is that? That's completely at the end here. Which will take a fair amount of turns to research, actually. I'll just queue it up and we'll see. And we found adamantium loot. And we have imminent victory. Your alliance is close to achieving victory economy. So, yeah. Maybe that's true, maybe that isn't true. I'm not entirely sure. More happiness. Well, you could go out and actually do some exploring, but actually basically everything is already taken, isn't it? At the moment we could still have 2 more planets. Well, this one we could have. What if we built a colonization ship, or maybe actually 2? If you hold Alt, you can put them in the top. Because then we could send them this way and hopefully colonize 2 systems that we would like to have. Because it would be good to fill up that that bar, because we can have them without any negative consequences, basically. More level ups. Are you a pirate? Yes, you are. What are you doing here? Go away. You have lasers. Well, we don't have any shields, I think. Oh, our defense is completely up to shields. Okay, well, then we do this. Alright. Yeah, you don't really need any levels anymore, do you? You cannot cost any money, but I think you're not really costing any money already anyway. Aren't you? Where does it say? I think it normally says here. But we can have a look. No, it doesn't cost anything. So, well, then we can just give him something else, but I don't think anything is really useful. I guess we could take something like 40% damage on fleet, that if we're being attacked, then we can quickly assign him and get a lot of damage. More happiness. Why can't we make this yet? We don't have enough transvine. Let's buy some of that stuff before it runs out. Because then we can make a level 3. And then afterwards we can make a level 4. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy this out, it's quite expensive. What I will do though is start colonizing. More food, less happiness. More food, less happiness. But this is a medium planet. Well, let's go for this one first. Yeah, influence is starting to clash here. I'm thinking this one has influence plus 20%. And then plus 4 per person on planets, if assigned. That's quite good. Because we also have that other one, which I think is on Calum. And you give us plus 40 on system, and plus 20% on system, and plus 20% on system once again. Not sure what's better. Those 4 per person is actually really quite strong, I would say, especially once we start filling this up. So maybe we should stick with that. Where are you nowadays? You are a governor. Yeah, more production. The heroes start leveling up really quickly. So we found a solar nebula somewhere. Nice, so if we actually get that in our area, then we can get the dust from that. So let us check what's over here. Oh, you are now together. Well, that's fine. Let's make 2 separate ones out of it. And what we should have done, and I didn't, is put more movement on it. Can we still go back? No. It's probably also not really worth it. Like, we're pretty close by. It would have been worth it, but not worth sending them back. Could have put some extra movement modules on it to be quicker. More population slots on sterile, and we can do something with moons. And now we're going to go for the terraforming. So the moons will be interesting here, because this one has the binary moons. So then let's find out what this is. And where is the thing about moons? Here. Plus 15 science per moon, plus 10 gold per moon, and it's an upkeep of 16. So it's good that we have binary moons. Yeah, so let's do that. Alright, we could terraform this Arctic one now. Although it will of course go... It's of course a bit less good for our science. Why can't I go there? Here, now they're enslaved. Good. So we're actually making some more stuff. Somehow they weren't enslaved. I think some bug or something like that. What we could do as well is put 2 of these here. That actually decreases our science by a lot. Oh, here we go. There we go, 947 science. That's quite good. We can cancel the effect of the negative anomaly. Do we have that? Oh, we don't know yet. It's probably going to be negative then. Fair enough. Alright, let's level up all of these again. More influence. You can do more happiness. Slowly but steadily our happiness problem is not so much of a problem anymore, which is nice. Alright. We are getting a fair amount of money. How much did we make already? 200k. Okay, we are getting there. Alright, I'll put the episode to a close here, but we'll continue shortly. So I hope you had fun and see you next time.